The nightmare began with a mere outrageous charge no homeowner needs to face. HOA President Karen attempted to get me arrested for trespassing on my own cabin, under the guise that my dock broke regulations of an association I had never joined. Her temerity did not only imperil my retreat, it dismantled her kingdom of minor tyranny. What ensued was an exchange of wits, papers, and sinister secrets that revealed corruption far more sinister than I'd ever dreamed, making a community wonder how far is too far to go to defend what's his. It started when I came back early from a business trip in Chicago. My thoughts were preoccupied with the cabin, a sanctuary I had constructed on the shores of Silver Pine Lake, keeping a promise to my grandfather, Walter Reed. He'd purchased the property in 1955, a rugged spread of pines he loved for its quiet honesty. "Land don't lie, Ethan," he'd tell me, his surveyor's hands drawing maps as we strolled the land. "Folks do, but the lines stick." I'd invested my savings into that cabin, a solid haven merging with the landscape, every permit mint, every code satisfied. It was my refuge from corporate deadlines and featureless hotels. But as my truck pulled up, I saw Karen sitting on my dock like a hawk in stilettos, her blonde bob a helmet of anger, yelling into her phone, "Yes, officer, the trespasser's here." Trespasser? My deed rested on the passenger seat, my name on each line. I walked out, holding my suitcase, as her venom-filled eyes fixed on me. "Private community," she growled, phone in hand. "Your dock is a violation of Ordinance 9C, environmental hazard. We have standards." I gazed, sarcasm burning to be released. "My dock, the one you're standing on." Her mouth compressed. "I'm Karen, president of Silver Pine Lake HOA, enforcing compliance," she hissed into the phone. "He's belligerent." Belligerent? I hadn't lost my temper. This was her game. Create a crisis, play victim, wave her clipboard like a scepter. I'm a project manager, programmed to defend what's mine, my work, my crew, this earth. "Karen," I spoke as cool as stone, "have the officer produce the 1955 county plat map and the HOA's 1977 charter." Her smug mask wavered, a crack of doubt. "What are you talking about?" "Facts," I said. "You count on people being afraid to verify them. I'm not." Sirens moaned in the distance, over the lake. She glared, red lipstick cutting across her face. "Too late. The police are arriving." I smiled, too. Not her poison, but a soft vow. Good. I took my leather folder from the truck. Deeds, maps, truth. This wasn't about a dock. It was about Walter's legacy I was charged with defending. He'd stood developers off with a compass and determination. Now, with Karen's glare searing me, I felt him at my side. 2 officers turned up. Grizzled, tired Sergeant Hayes and a rookie, hand on his holster. Karen leapt forward, finger pointing. "Illegal structure, trespassing, that's him." Hayes let out a sigh. "Sir, is this your property?" I nodded, opening my folder. "I'm Ethan Reed. My grandfather purchased this lot in 1955. Here's the deed." I produced the yellowed paper, followed by the county survey map and inspection report. All spotless. "Everything's kosher," Karen sneered. "County regulations don't count. Our HOA bylaws are stricter." I produced the HOA's 1977 charter and the plat map, pointing to Lot 34, mine. "This parcel was exempted from your HOA. Walter refused to join. Your rules don't apply here. You're the trespasser, Karen." Silence fell, heavy and electric. Hayes studied the map, then turned to Karen, voice hard. "Is this true? This lot's not in your jurisdiction?" Her face blanched, then reddened. "That's an old map. The rules changed." He shook his head. "You can't rewrite a charter without consent. You've got no authority here." He handed me my papers. "Sorry, Mr. Reed, you're clear. Karen, leave his property. Now." She stormed off, her glare a vow of vengeance. A neighbor, Tom, burly in flannel, wandered over, grinning. "Never seen Karen shut down like that. I'm Tom. Welcome to the fight." As her car sped past, she slowed, yelling, "There are other rules, Mr. Reed. Rules no map can dodge." War was declared. The next day, her campaign began, not against my land, but my peace. A notice was posted on my door, referencing Bylaw 12B. My grandfather's worn lighthouse statue was unsightly, a $75 fine. I photographed it, filed it, left the statue alone. 2 days later, another for my navy blue mailbox, breaking a new rule requiring black or white, another $75. I ignored it, the mailbox shining defiantly. Karen's tactic was evident. Death by 1,000 cuts, each fine a jab to wear me down. Tom became my friend, swapping tales over beers on his patio. Fined Mrs. Larson $300 for garish tulips, he told me. Made the Kims take down their birdhouse. Most people pay to stay out of her crosshairs. I wouldn't back down. Walter showed me how to hold my ground. This was his property. I began a spreadsheet, tracking each fine, each bylaw. I took pictures of Tom's infractions on surrounding homes, Larson's red mailbox, Tom's unauthorized ferns, gathering evidence of Karen's hypocrisy. Next arrived the certified letter, a 10-page bombshell, asserting my dock was seeping creosote into the lake in violation of a recently passed Silver Pine Ecosystem Act. The penalty? $30,000, with the promise of demolishing my dock at my own expense. My blood ran cold. This wasn't spiteful, it was a financial guillotine. But I knew my dock was built using eco-friendly cedar, not wood impregnated in creosote. The document I attached, by Pineview Environmental and signed by Gerald Klein, shouted fraud. I had an independent lab, EcoSafe, analyze my dock. As I waited, I took the notice to Tom. He looked at the signature. Gerald Klein, Karen's cousin, as crooked as they get. My skin crawled. This was a conspiracy, not an error. I demanded 5 years of HOA accounting, holding my fines over their heads. EcoSafe's report arrived. My dock was clean, but the chemical signature of the false report was identical to old creosote, such as found in railroad ties. My thoughts turned to the HOA's dilapidated community pier, which was recently repaired for $120,000. Karen had blamed their pollution on me. This was more than my dock. The repair of the pier, to a mysterious company, Coastal Elite, coincided with Karen's husband Paul disappearing, said he eloped with a mistress. I suspected embezzlement, perhaps worse. That evening, I came up with a scheme. Take a sample from the pier to demonstrate the creosote originated there. It would involve sneaking in at 2 a.m. when the guard, Karen's nephew, lagged behind. I mentioned it to Tom, hoping he would discourage me. Instead, he smiled. "You're crazy, Ethan. I'm your lookout." We moved in the darkness, I with drill and evidence bags, Tom with a crazy tale of being an adrift camper. Wasted in the pier's stagnant water, I creaked a core sample from a decaying piling, its chemical stench telling, and then my light picked up a loose plank overhead. I pried it open, discovering a locked steel box. Tom's voice called out before I could move, yelling at a goose to distract the guard. I closed the sample, restored the plank, and made a run for it. The box followed me. EcoSafe verified that the sample contained the creosote of the forged report. I had evidence of fraud, but the box suggested a secret too large to be dismissed. I was on my own now. I'd reached my limit. I enlisted friends. Mrs. Hayes, a retired CPA who'd been stung by Karen's fines, and the Kims, whose garden had been stolen. In my living room, we schemed. Hayes told us pier pay went to ghost company Coastal Elite just when Paul went missing. Paul didn't skip out, Mrs. Kim breathed. Karen's tale never did compute. The box could contain the real cash ledgers, or something far more sinister. The HOA meeting was 2 days away, our opportunity to out Karen in public. Hayes prepared a financial exposé. The Kims mobilized neighborhood friends. Tom discovered an honest deputy, Officer Grant, to go along. I created a timeline. The deceit, the funds, Paul's disappearance, the box. At the meeting, tension pulsed through the clubhouse. Karen, speaking at the podium, lost her grip, her board cronies by her side. She hurried through the agenda, sneering as she moved to adjourn. Point of order, I stood and said, my voice cutting across the room. Her eyes flashed. You're not a member. You're fined. Say otherwise, I retorted, brandishing her notices. The crowd chuckled. I stuck my evidence to the wall. EcoSafe's report exonerating my dock, Pineview's fraud, the pier's similar creosote. Contamination from your pier, fixed for $120,000 by a place's too